Yeah, let's go with that shot, Alex. I like that. Hey, family, I'm Yuki Washington, and I'm here in one of our edit bays at CBS 3. This is where the magic happens, where our talented editors do their thing. And our talented editors are led by Charlene Horne. As a matter of fact, she's not only a leader, Charlene is a mentor. Charlene began her television broadcasting career at KYW in 1977 when we were an NBC affiliate. She was part of the groundbreaking show Evening Magazine and worked with Maury Povich on People Are Talking. By the time KYW switched to CBS in the mid-90s, Char was video production supervisor and an Emmy Award-winning editor. Today, Char is the video production and editing supervisor for CBS 3 and the CW Philly. But more than that, she's someone so many look up to.
She's truly about mentorship, and not every newsroom has a Charlene Horne. I am so thankful that here at CBS 3, we have our Char.
She has guided countless career paths.
Charlene said, come in on the weekends, I'll train you. I got a job, and I'm still here, so thank you, Charlene.
She's been there, anything I needed, teaching me the ins and outs of the business.
She is, and always will be, family.
You were there for me last year when I got this award. You sat with my family, and you've always been that person for me.
She cares about the product, and she really cares about the community and what we're doing as a station to help build it.
Charlene Horne, the backbone of CBS 3.
She's kind of like that quiet, stealthy, behind the scenes, make sure everything gets done secret weapon.
In 2014, the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists named Charlene its Impact Award honoree for shaping the images of people of color. And tonight, she's receiving yet another honor.
She gets her own plaque. I don't have to give her mine, right? Okay. I am so thrilled that Char is getting this award this evening. I cannot think of anyone that I love more dearly in our newsroom. Char, welcome to the club.
Congratulations, Char!
Go, Char! It's our girl.
Char, we love you. We are so proud of you. You are a valuable part of what makes CBS 3 a family. Congratulations. Please welcome Charlene Horne into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
Good evening, and thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Congratulations to all of the other broadcast pioneers and new inductees here tonight. I am humbled to be in your company and now part of a long list of talented and respected broadcasters who have been so essential to the life of our city. I have a great many people to thank before I leave this podium, but first I'd like to thank my colleagues that took the time to create that wonderful video. Wow. When I was majoring in music at Penn State, I had the pleasure of knowing a true broadcast pioneer. He was my first mentor. He was someone I had always admired. He had a BA, an MA, and an EDD in education and television. In 1963, he started his television career with CBS in New York when he became Associate Director of the Captain Kangaroo program. After 10 years there, eventually he became an Executive Vice President for the Children's Television Workshop and Executive Producer and Director of its International Division, winning several Emmys for his work on Sesame Street. That brilliant man, my mentor, Dr. Luttrell Horne, was my uncle. At the end of my freshman year, when he invited me to spend the day with him in New York City, and I toured the CTW studios and sat on the set of Sesame Street, I knew I wanted to be a part of this business. The crew had me at hello. The wonder of a television production company to a college student from Mount Airy in the 70s is hard to describe. It was real magic. And I changed my major from music to film television production with a quickness. My original dream, of course, was to join him in New York to produce children's programming. But as fate would have it, my father's death just after graduation kept me in Philadelphia and led me to pound on the doors of Channel 3. Now, I'm not sure how many times I kept applying for jobs at Channel 3, and maybe they just got tired of seeing me turn up again and again and again and again. But they gave me an internship for a year. Who does that? And then my first job. It lasted for 40 years. Only I don't do the coffee runs anymore. From Evening Magazine to People Are Talking to the news department and the Westinghouse management training program, after all was said and I'd done a little of it all, I simply fell in love with video editing. I give all the credit in the world to those of us who can sit or stand in front of the cameras and face our viewers, but I am a totally behind-the-scenes girl. That's my lane. And we've all seen that lane change to a superhighway as technology has advanced visual storytelling in ways we could hardly imagine 40 years ago. I've been around long enough to remember the guys on the mezzanine with their razor blades and tape. But the thought process never changed. An editor looks at every frame of video and tries to figure out how it is linked to what came before it and what comes after it. The ability to tell a story with pictures is left to the person who can take a script and bring it to life for the viewers. That person is an editor. And I have the pleasure of supervising a great group of extremely talented video editors every day. Shout out to the video editors at CBS 3. You are the best of the best. Working under enormous deadline pressure, we have been entrusted with this time-honored broadcast tradition by the people I consider true pioneers and mentors: Malcolm Poindexter, Jack Jones, Trudy Haynes, Walt Hunter, Robin McIntosh, Beverly Williams, Dick Standish, Robin McIntosh. That's not a mistake, he told me to say it twice. Hey, Robin. Anna Miko and Paul Gluck. And by the way, I was Paul Gluck's desk assistant when he was an evening news producer at KYW TV many moons ago. And he's still asking me if I'm 30 yet. He asked me that tonight. I can't think of many industries that are as much fun as broadcasting, but one of the areas where I've tried to be consistently serious is in my obligation to the young people in our business. You see, my uncle taught me the value of mentorship. It is a blessing to say I have been able to do what I love for 40 years and feel that I made a difference. And a big part of that difference is to mentor this next generation of broadcast journalists, to pay it forward, and also to ensure the young folks coming in reflect the diversity of the communities we serve. As an African-American woman working for a major network for nearly 4 decades, I often feel duty-bound to help broaden the scope of the news, raising a voice for fairness and inclusion, and fighting for a slightly or radically different way to see things. And I'm sure many of our GMs and news directors have mumbled more than a few weary, here she comes, when I was on one of my missions. But I credit them for listening and respecting my objections and suggestions. And they'll confirm I never brought a problem without offering a solution. CBS 3 deserves a shout out for always improving, pushing, and changing the way we do news. I am honored to be a part of a committed and innovative team that is trying to make an extra connection with people who live, work, and play in our viewing area. Thank you to our general manager, Brian Kennedy, our news director, John Wilson, hey John, and our managing editor, Steve McKenzie. We are breaking news in a bold way with stories that have meaning and stories that offer a hopeful vision of what is happening in our communities. I told you I have a lot of people to thank after 40 years in broadcasting. Some of them are Hall of Famers already. Thank you for inspiring me since my first day as an intern, for setting high standards for our craft, for asking tough questions, for putting your reputations on the line for good stories and must-see news, for bringing great pictures and incredible scripts to edit. Thank you, Pat Shiraki. I always loved cutting your stories. Some of the other people I want to thank are sitting right in this room. Thank you for supporting me and teaching me, for stopping by to encourage me after a tough day, for your dedication to this business, for keeping the doors open on a Charlene mission, for those meetings in the ladies' room for a great career. Not many people have the good fortune to love what they do for a lifetime. Even fewer are blessed to be recognized for being good at what they do. Thank you, Joanne Calabria, for seeing me and putting my name in the hat. I am thrilled and humbled to join the ranks of people who have been pioneers and visionaries, who have been trusted to bring news into people's lives for more than half a century. You made the difference for me. I hope I made a difference too. Thank you.